Hey everybody, sorry for not getting some new content out a little bit sooner. I've been dealing with a virus all week. I'm starting to feel better and hopefully we can get some new stuff out to you. But I wanted to show this play. This is 3rd and 12, second game against the Cardinals, week 8. This is kind of a microcosm of one of the reasons why our offense really slowed down after Jimmy went down. And I know there's also been a lot of talk about Marquise Goodwin. Is he one-trick pony? He's just a guy, a specialty guy. I still believe he can be a very good receiver on our team. We saw that when Jimmy took over. Before he took over, the guy was at like 500 yards, and in 5 games afterwards, he had over 400 yards. When he's with a quarterback who has a rapport with him and lets him use his speed to his advantage when he's running his other routes and can understand what he's seeing, Marquise can get some more catches. But Jimmy lost him in the first quarter of the very first game we were playing, and then didn't have him really. I mean, he was there in the Chiefs game, but he was not himself. He was obviously still hampered by that quad injury. So here's an example of a situation where his quarterback just got to get him the ball. Here it's 3rd and 12, and I'm going to go to a still here. What's happened is Arizona's trying to bring a lot of pressure. They're going to be bringing heat, from all these different directions. They're bringing all these guys. They're only dropping 2 back into a zone. They're only going to have two underneath zones, and then these 3 guys are in 3 deep. So it's a 6-man rush with 3 deep zones. And what we're going to do is we're running here. We're going to have that's Kendrick Bourne. He's going to be on an in route. I believe this is actually going to be an option route where if it's zone, he's going to sit down, and if it's man, he's going to continue across the field. We got Pettis. He's on a post. So this is actually what we call a Mills concept. Works really well against cover 2 or cover 4. But they're going to protect it with a middle of the field safety. So Kendrick Bourne, what he's going to look to do is sit down in this hole in between these 2 underneath defenders. Marquise Goodwin, what he's going to do, he's going to run up, and then he's going to hook this route in. He's just basically running a deep curl. And he does a really good job here. So let's go to the video on this and see what he actually does. This is CJ Beathard, by the way, in case you don't remember. So you see here, Arizona comes with all this heat. Our offensive line actually does a really good job of picking all this up. We got Juszczyk in here, and Kittle stays in the block, and they're able to pick up everybody, which is actually really impressive because this is Magnuson was actually in the game. So one thing we're looking at here is Marquise Goodwin. He's running this route, and he's pushing. This is Patrick Peterson up here. So he's trying to push Patrick Peterson up and out. What he's trying to get him to do is what he's doing right here, is turn his hips. Once he turns his hips, he will not have an angle to attack back to the ball. That's why he's coming up and he's angling slightly outward. He's trying to affect his inside shoulder so that he has to turn his hips. He's got him to do that. He's won his route right now. He's going to chop down and come back. What needs to happen is once Beathard sees this, he sees that Peterson has got his hips turned. Goodwin has won the route. He's got to let the ball go. But he's standing there. See, he turns. I mean, he's wide open. Peterson's flailing, trying to recover to attack back at the ball. The ball has just come out of his hands. And he does not throw a very accurate ball. Now, Goodwin probably should have still caught this. I think it goes through his hands. But that ball needed to get on him a lot sooner, because what you have to do as a receiver when you're running this route, because that defensive back is going to be attacking, you have to come back to the ball. You can't just stand here and wait for it. You have to attack the ball, get it. But he's run this route in a way that he's running it for the sticks. We want to get the first down, move the chains. So Beathard needs to let that ball go early. It gets to him a little bit late because he's throwing it kind of to where he thinks he's going to be breaking out a little bit more. But Goodwin is trying to come back the ball. He's doing what receivers are coached to do. But the ball just sails a little bit to the outside. Now, just to get a different example of how this play is run, I'm going to go back to 2017 when Jimmy's in the game and Marquise Goodwin is right here. He's going to run almost the exact same route from almost the exact same split. Okay, notice the ball's he's on the field side of the hash that the ball's on, and he's going to run a deep curl. And so here's how this looks when Jimmy is in the game. See how when he turns around, that ball comes real quick. Let's look at where Jimmy's in his windup. Marquise has not even come out of his break. He's just chopping down his break. Let's look at where CJ lets this ball go. Okay, he's starting his windup late. I know it seems like just a little bit, but that difference between it's about a quarter of a second. That's a big difference, and that's what the difference is between when you have a completed pass and an incomplete pass, and plus the accuracy. So this is what it looks like when Beathard's running this play. We'll go back to this. This is what it looks like when Jimmy runs his play. That's the difference in what our offense looks like when we have Jimmy running the offense and when you have CJ Beathard running the offense.